and well, at least it warm up at some point today. If you want to call this shit warm. Left my earbuds and the headphones. We're gonna see how this make it. Usually make it pretty good. Once again, I'm gonna make a more comprehensive, put together video about this same subject. On the computer with some clips and things that I'll use, be able to use. I think that's the right word for this situation. Just being, assessing and checking out the situation with the passport bros. What I'd say, so-called passport bros. No, well, that's what they're called. That's the thing. So, shit, I too want to get in on it. But like I say, they got my situation. Got my hands tied currently, but I'm gonna make the best of it. But all that's a part of it. Why my hands tied? Because of child support, back child support situation. I done went all through all the details of that. All of my kids are grown. So, I would say you do the math. That whole thing, with a tiny bit of exceptions, that whole thing is just about control. Controlling a man and keeping your foot in the ass, keeping the boot on the neck, whatever the term is, is where they play a part in the destruction of the black man. The black woman plays a destruction, the baby mama, whatever. Once you start looking at the big picture, seeing the internet, well, even without the internet, but especially with the internet, I mean, it's all kind of angles. It's angles and people that I haven't even seen yet. People that I don't even know of. Small landlords that's putting out videos on this shit. Think about all the people that I haven't even run across that's making videos talking about the child support system or how they getting messed over, by some baby mama or whatever. Or the people that never make no videos, they just kill a old lady and the children, or kill the children, or stomp the motherfucker, like all these different situations that's going on in the world that's revolving around male and female relationships, and especially with the, us in particular, like it's not by accident, but I'm gonna say whatever we gotta do is what we gotta do to cure this shit. It might be moving on overseas or whatever, and you call it what you want, abandon ship. I don't know exactly, but it ain't correcting itself. Even with that, they basically getting into beefs with the foreigners, with foreign women in the so-called third world countries or whatever, in these places, in the Philippines and Thailand and whatnot. They're fighting back. They're clapping back, whatever you call it. They're not just taking that shit. You can say anything you want to. They backwards and ignorant and don't know shit. And they take, they're talking out the side of their ass, because they're saying that the men taking advantage of the women, and then they're saying the women's taking advantage of the men in the same fucking breath. Which one is it? What's your concern? Which one, what's your concern? Which one is your concern? Oh, you the moral police, and you want to police everybody. You don't want nobody to take advantage of nobody except you. Come on now. That shit is transparent. As long as you doing them fucking over, it's all good. Don't say nothing, even. Stay here and be abused. Stay with me and be abused. And then, if you get with somebody else, they're gonna talk shit. Dr. Umar talking, you're gonna be influenced and controlled by Dr. Umar and any other motherfucker. Fuck them. Cause they ain't gotta live your life and walk in your shoes. But it's fucked up. I personally don't recommend it, but who knows, Who knows? I'm not talking about the passport thing. I'm really talking about with Caucasian. Or something, if you're here with anything different than, a sister, the neck rolling sister, you might get some flack from people. Now who it is depends on who the flack. Like if you with somebody else, the Caucasians ain't gonna, hey kitty, ain't gonna mess with you at all. You look off. Ain't gonna mess with you. But others might. Well, the black women will always mess with you, no matter who you mess with, if it ain't them. But you might be under attack from some others if it's them, You know how it go. So we're gonna see how that shit end up working out in the end of the day. You know what I mean? Nobody playing this shit. I'm saying, like no more. Except for the simps and the suckers, they playing it. Ain't nobody playing it, and the women ain't playing it. You talking trash about them. I mean, maybe white girls don't care. They ain't gotta say nothing. They just gotta, do what they do. And let you talk shit, call a motherfucker a sellout. Like I said, shit, I had a black wife. She was too light skinned for them. Bitches calling me a sellout just on the mere fact of whatever. Like, what the fuck? What you want? I'm supposed to sitting here with a bitch with a bone in her fucking lip or something, what the fuck, How black she gotta be? She black. Best believe. Both her parents are black, so I'm getting flack for that. So imagine, like she looked too much like she, and the assumptions go. Appearance is a motherfucker. And, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, unfortunately, that's gonna happen, especially initially. Initially, off the bat, you're gonna judge a book by its cover. And then we might, as time go on, and time don't mean, necessarily a long time, it could be just a couple minutes. As time go on, we're gonna peel that back how it is, But I'm saying, like, they're not trying to improve. They're just talking shit. They're talking about them. They're talking about us, taking advantage of them, talking about us taking advantage of them, taking advantage of whatever, And like, they're not talking about doing nothing better. I ain't changing shit. Ain't shit to change. Y'all need to take it. Y'all need to do more, do better. Okay. Fuck that. Because it boils down to mindset. All that die alone shit. Motherfucker, I'm comfortable dying alone. I plan on it. If it works out some other way, well, so be it, Somewhere where motherfuckers surrounding me in a loving way, I'm cool with that too. But what? As long as it's peace, shit, if I go in my sleep peacefully, who gives, ain't I alone? Aren't you alone? But you know what? I mean, that shit, like Kevin used to say that. Kevin Samuels used to say that all the time. And it's true. Get by a dog, by a cat, whatever, and die alone. But it's a trigger. It's both true and it's a trigger. And it's, so I guess that was the thing. It just dug in that wound with some salt type shit. You know what I mean? But it's a mindset. If it means something to you, it means something. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm prepared. And, you know, right now, I'm prepared to stand my motherfucking ground, you know, to the end. Me personally. You know, either it's gonna be the way I say, one way or the other, or I will end up getting a passport and getting fucked, you know, whatever it take. But ain't nobody settling for less no more out here in these streets. Oh, I'm saying that, not out here in the, you know, in this world, out here in this world. No, not in these streets. That's where they belong. Plenty of most of them. And I don't see no benefit in you know, wifing and then motherfucker take half, getting alimony, getting child support. Man, what's that about? And you know they're losing the time. Motherfucker be celebrating time and hate each other. Been together 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. That's cool and all, you know, if it's a loving relationship. But just because that time passed, sooner or later, you know, because you might be on there smiling, skinning and grinning, whatever amount of years, right? And miserable, or barely see each other, or living separate lives, or, you know, any combination of that shit or whatever. And it look like, you know, it's just on the surface level shit. It's a game. And then, you know, may stay together for, you know, till they die, till one of them die. Or they may not. Well, we'd be married 30 years and end up getting a damn divorce. And they taking even more shit with them. You don't know what that shit was like, how long. The real question is, how long was it bad before you say, fuck this, I can't take it no more, whoever said that. Like, nah, I gotta get up out of here. Like, how long? A year, 2 years, 10 years? The whole time? Almost. After the honeymoon? You know? And for the kids, for appearance, for whatever, fronting, capping, they, you know, stay together. It looked like, it appeared like. Shit ain't real, you know, so hopefully, I be hoping shit be real. I know somebody got real fucking thing somewhere, or as real as it could be, you know. But the majority, man, you know damn well. Like even like Chris Rock was talking about that, man, you know. Even James Brown, God for the Love, don't get no, you know, he been married 5 times or something. Everybody you can name, man, has had some rough roads. Almost everybody, anyway, I would say. Yeah, that's my thing on it. You know, that shit be on my mind, these relationships. And when I was in one, how long was it bad? Man, not long. Not long. You know, like, it was over fast. Not long, a couple years maybe, a year or 2. And it was over. And different things transpire and work out to be like 17 years. But that's true. But you know, you do things, whatever, you compromise, you commit to making something work that never gonna work. But you commit to do something and just, you know, make it work, make the changes you gotta make. But you change, they don't change, you give, they don't give. Listen to Teddy Pendergrass thinking about that shit, 50-50 love. You don't get that. It's always some other shit. 80-20, 90-10. It's never be 50-50. I'm not talking about, you know, bills and shit. I'm talking about giving and taking. I guess all that's in there, you ain't gonna be just taking advantage of nobody. If you uplifting me and pushing me up and motivating me and all that, and I could make more money and shit, Well then, shit, that was worth something. That's worth me. Hey, that's worth me taking care of all. Okay. Hey, doggy. All right. Good. Well, I was saying, oh, that's the dog. That shit crazy. It's worth me doing shit, putting more effort, cause you doing your part. You don't have to. It's not necessarily money, but you know, like if it depends on you, I guess. What kind? You got to do something with your time, though, man. Otherwise, what you gonna be doing with your time? But some scandalous ass shit for something productive. But I'm gonna leave that at that, y'all. Hopefully, I made sense to you. Appreciate you sticking around to the end. Those that have, more to come. More to come. Casanova still not found. All right, I'm out. Peace.